You can do that in the game, Ancelotti. All you do is you go to the sideline, go. Man, I just recorded a whole video for y'all about El Clásico for 20 minutes and it didn't record. Yo, so guys, I'm gonna do my absolute best to hit every single point that I just hit, but I yapped for 20 minutes and I lost the whole recording. Let's try this again. And hopefully my mic is recording this time. El Clásico just happened and Real Madrid has just lost to Barcelona for what I believe is every time this season. Anyways, let's discuss it because what Flick has done with Barcelona has been nothing but a masterclass and it needs to be discussed. And what Ancelotti has done with Real Madrid has been nothing but a disaster class and needs to be discussed. There is no Real Madrid fan that is going to praise Ancelotti for this season. You can bring up the past and what he's won and what he's done in his career, and you can tell me how great of a manager he is in his career, but when you bring up this season, it is only a disaster class that you could talk to me about. There is nothing special about what you are going to tell me Ancelotti has done this season. Now, I know a lot of y'all watching this video think I'm a Real Madrid fan, but I'm not. I am a person that watches every El Clásico, and yes, I do want Real Madrid to usually win the game, but that's not because I'm a fan. A fan is hurt when their team loses. I don't care. Now, had Benfica lost to Sporting yesterday, you probably would have seen me in a video, maybe in tears. Now, with that being said, let's start to discuss it. Because I told you Ancelotti had a disaster class, and he did. But the first person I want to talk on is Vinicius Jr. Because Vinicius Jr., who was supposed to be a Ballon d'Or winner, is at the left wing position, which is his main position, and Eric Garcia is in front of him. Why did I bring that up? See, because Conde has done really well playing fullback this season, and he's been able to clamp Vinicius Jr.'s in most El Clásicos, right? We look at the El Clásicos, and Vinicius Jr. hasn't really had success this year. Conde's done well. Well, now Conde's out, and they throw a different center back at fullback. And what did Vinicius Jr. do today? Nothing. Got absolutely cooked by a center back. Now, if you can look me in my face and tell me that a winger that's in a prime type thing, right? In a prime, right? Like he's coming off of what was supposed to be a Ballon d'Or season, for a lot of people say. Can't get by a center back at fullback? Let me ask you this question. If we grab Rudiger right now, or Tchouameni right now, okay? And you grab either of them and you put them at left back or right back, would Lamine Yamal and Rafinha destroy either of them? The answer is yes. And if you're a Madrid fan and you say no, you're being biased and you're not watching football. Because Lamine Yamal would absolutely slay Rudiger at fullback. He would slay Tchouameni at fullback. And we all know this is facts. Lamine Yamal would slay. Rafinha would slay. Vinicius Jr. could not get by a center back at fullback. Okay? Think about that for a second. And now I want you to think about Ancelotti. Okay? Ancelotti sees that Vinicius Jr. is not having success against what is a center back at fullback. And he sees a young kid, 23 years old, that doesn't have a lot of playing time, goes by the name of Merton, right? Or something like that, playing left back. And never in his mind, the manager he is, did he go, you know what? Vinny, come to this side. For the next 15 minutes, I'm going to see what you can do against this 23-year-old kid with no experience in El Clásicos. We are going to put you on this kid and see if you can slay this kid. And if you can't give me nothing here for 15 minutes, I'll put you back up top. Never happened. Never happened. He just left Vinny out there doing what Vinny was doing, which was nothing. For me, this is a problem. This is you not being a manager. I'm not a manager, lads. I don't know nothing about football. I just speak on it because I love it, okay? But I'm pretty sure you can swap, okay? I've watched enough. I'm an old man. I got no hair. I've watched football. You can swap wingers, bro. You can do that in the game, Ancelotti. All you do is you go to the sideline, go, and you do your little sign, and the one's going to switch with you. Never happened. Let's discuss further. The game gets late in the game, okay? First things, let's discuss this. Let's just get out the way. Barcelona's coming off the worst result of their season. Facts. No Barca fan will disagree with that. Their confidence is kind of hurt a little bit because you know that team thought they were going to win the Champions League. We can all agree on that, okay? Confidence hurt a little bit. They then get smacked with 2 goals from Mbappe. 2. They're down 2-0. They just got eliminated Inter. They thought they were going to win the Champions League. They're out. Fans are kind of like, uh-oh, this is crazy. We're down 2-0. We just got out the Champions League. The noise ain't the same in the stadium. You kind of suck the energy out the atmosphere. You got them exactly where you want them, Madrid. And you allow a team that is hurt in confidence and a stadium with no atmosphere at the moment, you allow them to just easily walk back into this game. But I take you to my next point. The game is, at this point, 4-3, okay? Real Madrid goes up 2-0. Barcelona comes back, makes it 4-2. Unbelievable from them. Then Real Madrid makes it 4-3. And now, lads, there's an opportunity. Vinicius Jr., I'm hurt. He has to come out the game. They put in a baby, a little kid, Victor or something, I think his name is. Well, when Victor comes in, first of all, let me get this out the way. I am sick and tired of Ancelotti putting Endrick at the right wing position when this kid is a 9, all right? This is annoying. I'm so over it, bro. And to do it with Rodrigo sitting on the bench is one of the most disrespect I've ever seen to a player, in my opinion. Rodrigo's on the bench, and maybe he's injured, and I don't know, and I'm just out of this, and I'm out of the loop. But you throw in Endrick, and Rodrigo's on the bench right here. I mean, maybe he got the flu or something. I'm not sure, okay? But anyways, let's not talk about it. Endrick goes into the game. Right wing. But now Vinny gets hurt. Ooh, I'm hurting. Vinny comes out. Victor goes in. He puts in a teenager, right? Like a little kid. He puts in a baby. I don't know, a teenager, whatever he is. Throws him in. Real Madrid was so effective during this time. The kid had an opportunity right when he came in. The first shot of the game, he skies it. But the opportunity happens. Why does it happen? Because at this point in the game, the teenager goes out to the right, Endrick goes to the striker, and where does Vinny go? Where does Mbappe go? To the left wing position. Where he belongs, where he plays, where he understands how to play. And the moment he goes there, Real Madrid has opportunities. And they even scored a goal, but Mbappe was offside, okay? These opportunities came when the team adjusted themselves at the striker position. If you watch the last 6 minutes of this game, Barcelona was kind of struggling. Heavily struggling, because up top, the team was very different. But Ancelotti was too blind to see this throughout the season, even though I screamed about it forever. Just move Mbappe to the right or to the left. Either side, it doesn't matter. And with the season that Vinicius Jr. has been having, Ancelotti should have looked at him and say, yo, listen, I got to move you to the right wing, bro. We're going to move you to the right wing. You're not having a good time there. You're going to go right wing for a little bit. Mbappe's going to go left wing. We're going to have Endrick or somebody down the middle, okay? We're going to try this out. Ancelotti never had the balls to do it. He never had the balls to do it. And he never had the balls to put Rodrigo into this game when you needed a goal. Again, unless the guy's hurt and I don't know about it, I don't know how Rodrigo doesn't see the field. I want to say all those points I had to say to y'all real quickly, and that's why I come to this and I tell you openly, I do not believe Real Madrid deserve to win La Liga. I don't believe it. And I don't believe that Real Madrid, even if they would have smacked Barcelona today 8-0, they don't deserve to win La Liga. And there is no Real Madrid fan that's going to look at me and tell me otherwise, bro. Real Madrid does not deserve to win major competitions this season, okay? I say that openly. Listen, I'm a Benfica fan, okay? Yesterday, Benfica had to beat Sporting to win the league, okay? They tied. They can still win the league if Sporting loses the last game or ties. Sporting's not going to. They're going to win the league, and I just want to say congratulations to them, right? And the reason I'm bringing this up really quick, because I'm going to jump to Barcelona, is because of this. Even if you're a diehard fan, I'm a diehard Benfica fan, Gyökeres deserves the Portuguese league for the season he's put in. I can openly say that. Gyökeres has an unbelievable season, and he's been an amazing player for Sporting, and if they win the league, which they're going to, they deserve it. I was happy with the performance Benfica put in yesterday. I think they should have won the game. I think they played good enough to win the game. I think they created great opportunities. They couldn't win the game. They couldn't get the ball into the back of the net, but they tried. They made sure Sporting didn't do the party in our stadium. They made sure they didn't have the festa in our stadium. To me, that was important, and they tried their absolute best, and they couldn't beat them. They gave it all. If Sporting wins it, they deserved it. And I think that sometimes in football, even though people are diehard fans, we have a hard time admitting stuff, but you have to. And Real Madrid fans need to admit Lamine Yamal and Rafinha have been absolutely better. And I want to say this really quick. Lads, Mbappe did land Madrid. He put up 30 contributions in 31 games. You can't ask for more than that from a number 9. 27 goals, 3 assists. In Clásicos, he scored. Mbappe did what he had to do. Nobody else did. And that's the pure facts. Nobody's going to lie to me, tell me I'm lying, because his stats show it. The guy scored his goals. He did what he was supposed to do as a 9. On the other side, and this is important, I still take Lamine Yamal's season over Mbappe's season because I think Lamine Yamal was more impactful for Barcelona. I think Rafinha was probably better than Mbappe, Vinny, and everybody there. He's just was more impactful, and he did more, right? And I want to say this in the nicest way possible. Real Madrid just allowed 4 goals. Probably could have been 5. We'll talk about that in a minute because I do think the referee was kind of strange. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Real Madrid let 4 goals today without Lewandowski. People are going to be like, well, we didn't have Rudiger. Bro, come on. Come on. Like, be real with each other, bro. Like, be real. Real Madrid fans, you have to be real. You have to be real. This is unacceptable to allow 16 goals this season. When Real Madrid and Barcelona has faced, Real Madrid has allowed 16 goals to Barcelona this season. 16, lads. Like, let that sit in with you. 16 goals in 4 games or something like that. It's not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. So hats off to this Barca team. And for me, I'll openly say this again. I believe Lamine Yamal is probably the best winger in the world right now. For me, Lamine Yamal has been so impactful. If you guys watch this game today, there is an opportunity where he crosses the ball and he hits Rafinha directly on like the foot or something, and Rafinha skies it. They could have made this game 5-3. The ball that Lamine Yamal puts in, that's the only ball you need to watch. If you haven't watched the game of Lamine Yamal all season, I want you to go watch that ball he puts into Rafinha. And I want you to find a winger that is better than that and is doing more than that at that age. The kid is unbelievable, bro. It hats off to him. Look, I'm always going to say it. I always want Madrid to win, but I am going to watch Barcelona every single game. Not to hate watch, not to watch them lose, to watch Lamine Yamal. The same thing I did back in the day. I've always enjoyed Real Madrid more because I was a fan of R9. I was a fan of David Beckham and Zidane, and that's the team I grew up with. But I always watched every single Barcelona game because of Ronaldinho. And the job that Flick has done with this team, that's not much different from last year's. Okay, it's not much different. Is just something that needs to be praised. It needs to be watched and studied because this team presses better than most teams that press in all of football. Everybody presses. They move as a unit. They play as a unit. And for me, they're probably the best team in Europe. They just ran into Inter, who was very, very well organized, and were able to knock them out. Barcelona were absolutely insane this season. I think they were a phenomenal football team. I think they deserve to win La Liga. I think that it would have been nice to see them have gone farther in the Champions League, but at the same time, I think Inter deserved to go through there. So, like I said, man, it was a beautiful performance from Barcelona, and they deserve it. With that being said, I want to talk to you guys really quickly about this referee because I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Hey, what do you think, Skills?" That penalty, the one on Tchouaméni, I don't know how to call that. I'm an old man now. I have no hair. Okay, I'm an old man now. I've been watching football for many years. I am more confused with football than ever before. And I'm going to explain why. How are me and you watching this right now supposed to get it right? How? If the referees can't get it right. And you're going to say, what do you mean, Skills? Well, the ball gets shot and it's at a very close angle. Tchouaméni can't react to move his hand away. But his hand is away from his body. Is it in a natural position? Kind of, sort of, but it is kind of out. He doesn't make a movement to block the ball. That's facts. But the ball gets shot at his hand. The ball was going to go in, and the penalty is not given. But here's the problem. The referee that's on the VAR calls the referee to the VAR. Now, if 2 referees can't agree on what the rule is for a handball, how are me and you? You understand what I'm saying? The referee clearly called the other ref to the VAR because he didn't agree with it. The VAR ref called the main VAR to the VAR. He didn't agree with the call. So I don't know what the call should have been. I lean more towards it's a penalty because his hand is a little bit away from the body and it stops the ball. And the hand can't stop the ball. And it did stop the ball. It makes me more confused about VAR. It makes me more confused about football. But anyways, today, I think the better team won. I think Real Madrid have a lot of problems. They have a lot of holes to fill. They were so worried about bringing Mbappe in and getting these players for the front that their defense is absolutely in shambles. And I think they need to figure out that defense as quickly as possible and try to figure out what's going on there for whatever. I think it's going to be Xabi Alonso who comes in, right? For when Xabi Alonso to get there so they can actually play like a football team, because this team doesn't deserve to beat Barcelona, and this team, in my opinion, doesn't deserve to win La Liga. That is my honest opinion on El Clásico. I hope y'all can actually see it for what it is, lads. I know a lot of y'all just think I'm a Madrid fan and just hate watch. Guys, I'm not that. Y'all can keep making me be that. I hate watch Porto and I hate watch Sporting. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I turn that thing on, and the moment they score a goal, I turn it off, right? But the moment the other team scores, I stay there for 90 minutes hoping that there's something can happen. I hate watch those teams. I don't hate watch Barcelona, bro. That's not me. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I know y'all want to push that agenda. If I had, hey, if someone came to me and said, hey, you have to make a choice, bro. You can only watch Real Madrid for the rest of your life or Barca for the rest of your life. Who you choosing? I'm choosing Madrid. That's only because I grew up watching them. It doesn't mean I'm a fan of them. I also grew up watching Manchester United, and I love watching that team. But I ain't a fan of them. Trust me, bro. I'd be very depressed right now. Them rocking 16th place. I ain't depressed, lads. I just I get sad for Benfica and I get sad for Portugal. That's it, lads. I don't get sad. I get sad for my Washington Commanders too. I do get sad for them. I get really sad for them. Y'all should see me. I get really sad for that team. Anyways, I love you guys, man. Thanks for watching. Heck of a La Liga season. It's not over yet, but we still have a few more games to watch. But it's coming to an end, and Barcelona deserves their flowers.